At first glance, this painting looks absurd, mostly because there's a tiny George Washington in the center of the frame. The broken cherry tree and the grass both look fake, as if they were accessories for some kind of play. George Washington's shadow makes the lighting seem artificial, as if it came from a spotlight. There's also an unknown man pulling back a curtain and pointing at the scene. All of this makes us wonder, what's going on? Compositionally, the painting is extremely interesting, starting with the many lines pointing at Washington's axe. The subjects are framed by the shadows in the curtain, and there's a repetition of circles all over the frame. This painting was made by Grant Wood in 1939, 9 years after his famous work American Gothic. It's an illustration of Parson Weems Fable. It goes as follows. Washington, at the age of 6, was gifted a hatchet. The kid started cutting things for fun and ended up chopping down his father's favorite cherry tree. When asked who cut it down, Washington answered, "I can't tell a lie, Pa. You know I can't tell a lie. I did cut it with my hatchet." This myth has never been proven and is more than likely just a fable, yet many Americans believed it. This story about honesty is ironically a lie. Grant Wood presents it as a lie by making it look fabricated, putting it behind a curtain. The man pulling the curtain back is the playwright, the man who created this story, Parson Weems himself. He reveals the main protagonists of the story, young George Washington, his father, and the cherry tree. But Grant Wood, being a bit irreverent, takes another jab at the story's irony. Not only does he show that this story about honesty is a lie, he also breaks George Washington's idealized image. He paints in the background slaves picking some cherries. Nations love to create heroes and often idealize them. Parson Weems Fable tries to make Washington look like a saint, incapable of lying, yet the man was a slave owner. At the age of 11, Washington owned 10 slaves, and when he died, he owned 123 of them. This isn't the first time Wood criticizes the hypocrisy of American patriotism. In 1932, he painted Daughters of Revolution and described this patriotic organization as people who are trying to set up an aristocracy of birth in a republic. The first video on this channel was about this painting, so we encourage you to go watch it. But this doesn't make Grant Wood unpatriotic. In fact, most of his career was dedicated to painting American landscapes, hard-working farmers, and even other American stories, such as The Midnight Ride of Paul Revere, made in 1931. Paul Revere was an American patriot during the American Revolution who warned the revolutionaries of an incoming British attack. He, like Washington, became a hero, but wasn't idealized as much. This is why Grant Wood could be considered so patriotic. He refuses to see his nation being built on myths and lies. Perhaps it makes him even more patriotic, as he doesn't need these fables to love his country.